And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Love now to pass on first down. And he can't escape, and down he goes. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Love now on second down. He'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down. Love. This is caught by Robinson. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. So one of the greatest performances of the year usually, but not here. Halftime of the Super Bowl is skipped, and we are on to the second half. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes us all the way down to the 37. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. 2nd and 9. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's McKinney. And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 more yards there and another first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Looking to throw on second down. Godwin. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chargers will extend their third quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. So here are the Packers. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first. Throwing on first down. Godwin. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. It's been a fun one through 3. It always is. The final quarter of Super Bowl 62 is coming your way next. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out. And we've got them now.
On first down, Godwin. Wide open receiver, complete. And the Chargers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. A great play there with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chargers are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now the Charger offense will stay on the field as they'll line up to go for the 2-point try. They'll try and throw for it. That's caught. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Love. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Looking to throw. Love. He finds his man. Complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Second down. Love. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. How to approach this. Third down and 16 yards to go. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And the Chargers are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. That one looks like he'll throw here. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Joey Bosa. A sensational effort by him, and that is one of the biggest losses you'll ever see on a sack. And the Bolts have done it. The Los Angeles Chargers are the Super Bowl champions. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.